Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining me today. And sorry for the delay in starting. Had some technical challenges. And let me just say that if I'm looking in different directions, I am on two different platforms. So that's why I am moving my head here and there. So, that being said, let's get on to the topic for today: how to exercise to build muscle as you transition through menopause. Menopause, yes. When I ask my clients what are their debilitating menopause symptoms that they're facing, they say that it is their joint pain, the muscle pain, lack of energy, hot flashes, unable to sleep through the nights. Have you been facing any of these challenges? Well, when I tell them, well, you have to be lifting heavy weights. That is what will help with your symptoms. They say, I don't want to be bulky. And during this stage, there is no way in my life that I will be able to build muscle and improve my strength. I am over 50. I can't do that. Is that really true? Let's look into that. I am Rajita Bamakanti, registered nurse, faith based holistic coach, national board certified health and wellness coach, and culinary coach. So, if you want to make a difference in your life, live a healthier and a happier life during these menopause challenge, stages that we all go through, then follow me and let's continue this subject today. No matter what your age is, you can always build your muscle through regular exercise. Strength training is particularly beneficial as you go through perimenopause and postmenopause because it helps stave off estrogen depletion related muscle loss and promotes bone health. It is very important to promote muscle growth and strength that will allow you to optimize your lean mass, and also it will allow your body fat distribution, the distribution is better fitting, and improve your health and performance, improve your quality of life. And during this, premenopausal, menopause, postmenopausal transition time. So, yes, you can do that. Building muscle postmenopause, though, isn't as easy as you think, but you can do it when you are prepared to change your diet and to regularly train and tweak your lifestyle habits. It is all possible. You need to be committing to that. So, what type of workout do you currently do on a regular basis? Comment below and let me know. The type of workout that worked for you up till now is not going to work. Whatever you were doing up till this point is not going to work. So at this point in your life, you are also, as told by people, or you believe that this is the time for you to slow down and take it easy. Don't you hear that quite a few of them say? Well, contrary to that belief of slowing down, this is the time for you to be very different, to be challenging yourself, be strong, and kick up your training to build that muscle and be very strong. Yes, you can do it. Strength training stresses your bones. That's a good stress. That helps prevent losses in your bone, and also it improves that bone density. That also, sometimes you progress to osteoporosis, and that will put you at a higher risk for breaks and fractures. If you have noticed anybody that have had a hip fracture or something like that, after that, that's it, they just start going down, with their quality of life. So it is very, very important to build that muscle and improve the bone strength. Plus building the muscle and the strength also improves your confidence, and the regularly it repairs your muscles, and improves that hormones and stimulates your brain. Let me tell you, yesterday I went out for hiking in the woods, and there was something, and I went out of balance, but I stepped a few steps and was able to be standing. I did not fall. That is the strength I built over time by working at it. If I fell down where it happened, I would have definitely had a fracture of some sorts. So, same thing when I'm traveling, in the flight and all that. Before I started my strength training, I could not lift my bag and put it up on into the bin. But I have been able to do that. And that's a huge shift that I have seen in myself. And my confidence boosted up even more. I'm like, oh my God, I'm able to do all these things that I have not been able to do before. So that's what you will achieve by doing that. Estradiol, E2, in other words, is the most potent of estrogen, and it has a dramatic effect on the structure and the function of your muscles. It helps drive the development of the lead muscle. Without it, your body isn't as good at building muscle. That's why you need that estradiol, that E2. Why that muscle mass declines with the decline of estrogen, during postmenopausal stage. This is the reason you need to amp up your strength training and lift heavy weights to stimulate and build that muscle and make up for all that decline in that estrogen. Estradiol, the other words, estrogen, has direct action on myosin, which is the fibrous protein that is behind that strong muscle contraction, and also for generating the power and force within us. So when that E2 flattens, the that which also stimulates those strong contractions. That E2 is responsible for that strong contraction. That is gone now. So you need to make up for that losses, and put that external stressor to bring those contractions together of that muscle. So want you to assess your current fitness level. If you are new to training or haven't exercised in years, then focus on your strength and endurance first before you start going and lifting heavy. First, build that endurance. Your mitochondria are the powerhouses in your cells that turn fuel into energy. Aerobic exercise that you do boost the function of these powerhouses, because the more oxygen you pump into your cells and their mitochondria, the more they adapt to perform faster and better to produce more energy. During this process, free radical molecules are produced that can damage your healthy cells. Your body in turn produces antioxidants that help quench these free radicals so that you can recover and be fitter and stronger. And Who is responsible for that? It is that estrogen. It's very instrumental in that process as it helps the mitochondria to sweep out all that free radicals. So now you don't have that, right? So menopausal women need unique guidelines in making the muscle and also learn how to improve the muscle as you transition through this menopausal stage. Research confirms that sprint training is good for every type of active person. A study published in Menopausal Journey reported that 2 weeks of high intensity interval training session consisting of 10, 1 minute cycling efforts at peak power, followed by 1 minute of active recovery 3 times a week, improved their cardiovascular function. The key is that intensity and just that short bursts of hard exercise followed by a short recovery periods can provide the metabolic stimulus to trigger the performance boosting body composition. It triggers that body recomposition changes so that our hormones will be helping us to achieve our, as we are going through that premenopausal years. So the shift in the body composition happens. This is also a fantastic stress reducer that is good for your mental health and your physical health, including reducing your abdominal fats. The elevated cortisol levels during menopause stores that belly fat, which produces more inflammation and stress. Deep belly fat not only triggers more cortisol production in us, but it also leads to more belly fat storage. Sprint interval training breaks this vicious cycle of belly fat storage. High intensity training is a strong medicine, but don't overdo it. Everything needs to be in balance, right? You cannot do up to you can do up to 3, right? That's good enough. Don't do it every single day. That's overdoing it. You need to give your body a rest. You can do up to 2 to 3. That's enough. 2 to 3, sprint interval workouts a week, as long as you allow your body with ample recovery, so that it recovers and rests and it's ready for the next time you are ready to do your workout. 2 sessions a week is also just adequate. So in the beginning, don't overdo until you just get used to it. Start slow and pick it up. Always warm up thoroughly for at least 10 to 15 minutes before starting and cool down for a couple minutes when you are done. So here, it does not take you very long if you're looking at the time. The intensity is high, but the time is short. So you can spare that time. You need to be committed to doing that. Then you are strapped for time. If you do nothing else, do lift heavy weights. You have no time, just do that. Muscle is your engine. It determines how fast you can run, how easily you can carry luggage, hike, and live a strong, active life. Muscles give you that energy to do that. When you have that strong muscles, you can achieve all your goals that you want to be physically active. So when you start noticing these menopausal changes, you might be looking at yourself in the mirror and saying, who looks radically different, right? From when you remember, when you see yourself, you look so different. And it does not have to be that way. When you look so different, you're like, oh my God, what's happening to me? I'm getting old, I'm getting weak. It doesn't have to be that way. As you age, everyone loses some strength and muscle over time. You can put that muscle back on and retain more of it through proper resistance training. Common approach to lifting weights is moderate intensity and more reps. You have heard that, right? Oh, go low on the weight and do more. It does the same work. But by doing this way, it won't stimulate the satellite cells and replace the muscle and strength building that needs to be stimulated as you are losing the estrogen. It won't make you as strong as you could be. That's the reason. You need to amp up that weight, more weight, higher weight, and less repetitions. To improve, you need to lift heavy, enough to send a message to your brain that you have serious work to do and that you need all the muscle fibers to be recruited, at your disposal to be able to do that, to get that contraction going. So when you lift heavy, the nerves firing, they are all these nerves that are firing and establish this neuromuscular connections so that more muscle fibers will work together to create a really, really strong contraction and produce explosive power. That's what you need. Heavy lifting is also good for your health. Overall health increases your metabolic rate, improves your posture and stability, strengthens your bones. You'll have a better blood pressure control, maintenance of your body composition that during this stage we are all struggling with. Shifting that unwanted areas, deposits of that fat, that composition will change over time when you practice this strength training. If you are used to lifting about 15 to 20 reps, then now is the time for you to drop that number of reps to 3 to 6 and lift heavier weight to improve the muscle integrity, build strength, and be healthier through menopause and beyond. You are not used to lifting, then okay, you're not used to lifting. That's fine. You can always start here. It's not something that you jump straight into it without building up to it. You have to build up to that. So I would advise you to hire a trainer. If you have never lifted and you don't know how to, don't do that, because this, your safety is very, very important. So I would advise you to hire a trainer who can show you proper way to lift and maintain a good posture. Gradually increase the weights. Safety is so very important. You don't want to hurt yourself. So at least for a few sessions, have somebody show you how to do it properly. Learn proper technique and nail that down before adding extra weight. Start with moderate loads, lifting about 2 to 3 sets of 8 to 15 reps to build a foundation and muscular endurance. Start with that, and after that, uh, after about getting used to it for about 4 to 6 weeks, you feel a little stronger. Then that's when you can, slowly challenge yourself by bringing the weight up and, their repetitions down. So here you are lifting 5 sets of 5 reps. Five, five, that way it's easy to remember. When that becomes comfortable, you are able to aim for 4 to 6 sets of 3 to 5 reps. So it's all about slow process, but getting there. Always challenge yourself, but at the same time, be safe at what you're doing, making sure you are doing proper techniques, proper posture. Ideally, you should be lifting about 3 days a week, weightlifting. So that needs to be put into your schedule for about 3 days a week. And it does not take more than 30 minutes. So don't worry about the time. And you can combine sprint interval training, about twice a week and then weightlifting. So you are doing kind of both. Do your lifting first to potentiate all your muscles that can strengthen you. That way, when you hit that intervals, you're able to get high intensity under the load to have that better endurance when you are doing your sprints. Scheduling, that is the key, right? We all say, I have no time. So scheduling time for yourself is the key to be consistent in building your muscle and strength. Now, are you ready to challenge yourself to build that strength and muscle? Share below how you are planning to improve your muscle strength. I would love to hear from you. Let's all work together in improving our strength. We can all come together and see what's working for somebody, what's not working for somebody. This is a community we want to build. We want to build strength and, strengthen ourselves through this changes. Just because we are in this stage of menopause does not mean you are weak. You can improve the strength. Challenge yourself, commit to that, and let's see how it works, and comment below how that's going.